Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're talking about the Gotham trailer, man, that just aired. If you watched, I guess this 24 TV show, whatever this thing is. I never got into 24, but I obviously I'm into, anything that has to do with DC Comics, okay? And this is before Batman, before all of the, villains of Gotham became the villains, man. This is their story. This is their origin story. And it looks fresh, man. You know me, man. I'm not really, that big into Batman or none of that stuff, man. I'm more of a Superman guy. But this has so much potential, man. It has that Smallville vibe to it, but it has this, I guess, that realism of Man of Steel, that realism of Arrow. And I think it's going to be good, man. It looks way better than Arrow right now. And I'm happy. I'm thrilled with that because that's what we needed, man. In order for this thing to succeed, man, and for, DC Comics to get back on track as far as for television, because we have a little small window, man, of opportunity before Marvel comes in and they start trying to take over television with Netflix and all this other stuff that's coming out, man. So this is an excellent move by DC Comics. I'm going to sit here real quick and just kind of talk about my favorite scenes, and we're going to get right into this, guys. Stay tuned, man. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing that you see right here, man, is this is the news. WEBG. They're having this mayor, man. He's making this announcement talking about the murders of the Wayne family, okay? And they're calling it, obviously, the Wayne murders. You can see it right there. That's obviously Bruce Wayne's parents. His mom and dad were murdered, and that's what changes the city, okay? Absolutely, I love this, man, because I was always wondering about that. I was wondering, is it the murders of the Wayne enterprise, of their parents, the mom and dad? Is that what made Gotham, man? Is that the turning point inside of Gotham? And I think that's where they're going with, as far as with this show, man. I'm ready for it, man. Let's go to the next scene. Okay, right here, man, you get to see Jim Gordon walking to a police scene, some kind of crime has occurred. I'm guessing that this is most likely going to be, Bruce Wayne's mom and dad that have been murdered, and he's walking there, and this will be the first time that, he, as in Jim Gordon, gets to interact with and meet the young Bruce Wayne. And I love it, man, because it doesn't seem like it's a cop drama movie, or TV show, excuse me, like I was kind of anticipating that they do, and I was a little worried about that, because I was like, listen, I don't watch CSI, I don't watch NYPD Blue, I don't watch any of those cop shows, man. I don't watch fire TV shows, none of that fire department cop show, none of that stuff. The only show that I do watch is Graceland that has to do with cops, and it's not a cop show, man. So I'm hoping that this vibe that I'm feeling from here is what they're going for, man. But I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about that, man. Just look at the scene real quick, guys. That's excellent. I love it. Let's look at the next scene. Okay, right here, man, we get to see, these words pop up on the screen every now and then, and it says witness the origins, man. So this is, once again, this is an origin story. This is what we need to see. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but at least they're doing an origin story that doesn't have to do with Batman, but it has to do with Jim Gordon. So the focus isn't going to be origin of Batman, who we already know, Bruce Wayne is Batman, like Batman Begins. They're doing it with the characters of Jim Gordon and the rest of the police force of the Gotham PD. And I love that. I really, really do appreciate that, man. So that's what it is. It's an origin story. Let's look at the next scene. Okay, we get our first shot, man, live action shot, man, of Penguin, okay? And he's warning Jim Gordon of a coming war, okay? And he looks terrified of Jim Gordon. So maybe, we're going to be able to see exactly, I guess, what made Jim Gordon such a legend, man, and why are a lot of these villains, man, kind of terrified of him also. And especially when he teams up with Batman, okay? So this is really cool. And, yeah, that's him, man. Really good job, man. I mean, I'm really sold on him actually being, the Penguin before he's Penguin. It's really good, really good. Okay, we get a little bit of a preview, man, of the interaction between Jim Gordon and, his, I guess you could say, mentor, if you will. And then, haven't get to see her face yet, but we get to see a couple more members that are going to be inside the show, obviously, get inside the diner and see how they're interacting. There's already something going on between these two characters, man. I know you guys pretty much know what that is about, so we're not going to talk about that, but that's kind of cool. They kind of showed us that, man. Let's look at the next scene. Okay, so right now, man, I got to try to calm down a little bit, man. This is the first, image that we get to see of Jada Pinkett Smith playing. I don't want to spoil it for you, okay? But it's in the description box, okay? But this is awesome, man. And she was saying that, the reason why she accepted this role is because it's something that she's never done before. It's something that's so different from any other role that she's ever taken. And I'm telling you right now, I absolutely love it, man. Check out the hair, man. Let's look at the hair. Let's look at the entire get-up. I'm loving it, man. I cannot wait to see what she's going to bring, man. And I'm going to show you this next scene, and that's when I was like, wow, okay, I'm in. I'm ready. This takes me back to the Matrix, man. I'm going to be real with you. It takes me back to the Matrix. Loving it. Yep. Here we go. Let's look at the next. Okay, and real quick, man, I love how they kind of show this. I mean, it's not really a major spoiler, man. We already know that, Bruce Wayne's parents get killed, man, but I just love how they did this, man. There's Bruce's mom, that's Bruce Wayne, and that's Bruce's dad, and then here goes the killer, man, the murderer, okay? And I don't know if they're going to do the same name as the murderer. Everybody usually knows his name and stuff like that, but we'll have to see how the show does it, man. But let's look at the next scene, and that kind of will tell us a little bit more, man. Here we go. Okay, so here's the scene right here, man. Once again, man, there's Bruce Wayne's mom over here, and just look at her. I'm gonna look at her eye real quick, man, and then obviously his face, man. There's the worry look on him, and then they were having a good time, and then all of a sudden, man, the guy comes up, he points a pistol at them, and murders them, man. So let's look at that real quick, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so there it is, man. There's the shot that was running out, man, and killed Bruce Wayne's dad. Obviously, we're talking about CGI blood, but don't worry about that, man. It's just how they do it nowadays, because I guess it doesn't cost as much and blah blah blah. But yeah, just look at the acting real quick, man. She's terrified, Bruce Wayne's mom, and then we'll pause for a second. And we'll talk about this scene. We'll continue talking about it. Let me show you the next scene. This is the eyes of the killer, man. This is the guy that killed Bruce Wayne's mom and dad. There's his eyes. Don't know what they're going to do with that, and I can't recognize the actor from that, but just wanted to show you guys that. Make your guesses if you want to in the comment box and all that good stuff. Comment. There's his eyes, man. But yeah, real kind of terrifying, man. But definitely realistic, man, approach, man. This definitely has a ski mask on and terrifying, man. Okay, so we see the young Bruce Wayne, man. He's standing inside of the or bent down inside of the Okay, so then we see the young Bruce Wayne, man. He's kneeling down inside of the puddle of blood, man, that had next to his mother and his father. They've been murdered. He's screaming, man, and it's a terrifying scream. So I got to give some props to this little bitty actor dude, man. Did a really good job, man. And you can just kind of pan out a little bit, kind of show you guys that, man. You're in the middle of an alleyway. And that's the birth, man, of I guess you can say, man, Batman. I guess you can say that, definitely, man. He's going to have that dark side coming to him, man. I really do love this, man. It feels like Gotham. I'm not going to lie about that. It really does feel like Gotham, man. And I can't wait to see what happens, man, inside of this series, man. I can't wait to the pilot episode. Let's look at the next scene with him and Jim Gordon. Okay, so here's what I love about this, man. This is not the scene I was telling you guys about, but it's just the next scene that's so powerful. It kind of shows you just the detective avenue and approach, man, to the show. That's going to be kind of different. And it definitely looks like Gotham City, man. It feels like Gotham City to me, man. And not like a Gotham City that I was out of the Dark Knight series. It looks like a Gotham City that can actually exist inside of the comic books, man. That's what I love about that. And there's something that's over here. Kind of look at that for a second. And then, yeah, let's get to the scene I was telling you guys about. Here we go. Okay, so this is the first time, man, that Jim Gordon, man, sees a young Bruce Wayne. He asks him his name, and then this is our character, or our actor, I guess you could say, that's playing the role of Bruce Wayne. And he says, "My name is Bruce Wayne." And then obviously I went nuts because that's just crazy. All right, it's dope. I mean, I've been waiting so long for this show, man. Ever since, me and Arrow, with our situation and how I just can't stand that show, I needed something, man. And I have hope in this show, man. So here we go. Let's continue on. Okay, so that one crime, man, the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents. Obviously, they're billionaires, and they die, and then that whole entire thing, I guess, starts the war that is inside of Gotham City, man. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're getting ready for inside of this TV show called Gotham. Guys, get ready for it, man. We're going to continue on talking about this. We're almost done. Only got about a minute left, man, of analyzing and stuff, man. But, guys, what do you think so far, man? Keep watching, guys. Here we go. Okay, so really awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't say really much more than that, man. It's just a great moment between Jim and Bruce Wayne, a young Bruce Wayne. He promises Bruce Wayne that he will find the person responsible for the murder of his parents, man. He makes that promise to him. And so I think that either, I don't know how they're going to do it, man. Maybe in like the end of season 1, maybe season 2, season 3. I don't know how they're going to do this show, but I know that whenever we do see the adult Batman, okay, or maybe even a young Batman start dressing up, man. Maybe something out of like the animated series or something like that. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it. But like maybe in a Young Justice type Batman, I guess you can see, man, if they're going to kind of flip it that way. Not a Robin, but like a Young Justice type, a young teenage Batman running around just fighting crime or something like that, and some spandex or something, who knows. But their relationship is already established right here, because a young kid, man, that is just seen his parents murdered, he now has a father-type figure right in front of him, man, making a promise, but also establishing, that, hey, man, I'm here for you, I got you, I'm going to take care of you. This is awesome. I love this, man. And it's kind of cool because we get to see a different side of Jim Gordon, man. Something that we got to see towards the end inside of The Dark Knight Rises. So yeah, that's exactly what I think, man. I think it's just kind of cool that they're establishing that relationship between Bruce Wayne and Jim Gordon. And obviously, as, Bruce Wayne gets older and obviously Jim Gordon grows older, to where he'll probably have, white hair or whatever and be an old man, depending on how they do with the series. You already have that relationship established. And then whenever, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, puts on the Batman suit and decides to fight crime, then you'll have, that relationship established, man, which is really awesome, man. Let's continue on. Okay, so one thing that was really awesome, man, is to see, obviously, who this is right here, man. I'm pretty sure you guys know who this guy right here is. If you don't, do your research, man. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say, man. I just had to point that out real quick, okay, and then we'll continue on. Okay, and inside of this scene right here, man, young Bruce Wayne says that I'm learning to conquer my fears, and then Jim Gordon kind of corrects him and says something really dope. I'm not gonna lie, one of the kind of cool quotes of Gotham, man, is that you don't need to conquer your fears, man. Fear tells you where the edge is. And I think that this is going to be, like, this scene right here is probably going to be him, beginning to, get that inner courage, if you will, man, to go out there and fight crime, man. I don't think we're going to see that inside of season 1. But I'm telling you, I would actually lose my mind if they did that. I think, hopefully what I'm thinking is that, maybe he'll meet Selina Kyle and maybe some things will happen there to where she kind of inspires him or something. I don't know. But, definitely like the look in his face, man. He's definitely determined, man. And yeah, that might be Batman right about there, huh? What do you think? Is that Batman? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And then in this scene, man, Jada Pinkett Smith, man, she says, someone might as well take over. It might as well be me. So is this what I'm thinking it is, yo? Because if it is, I'm about to lose my mind, yo. I'm serious. I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna love this show, man. I'm definitely gonna be reviewing this show, like, I don't know, probably like 3 or 4 times a night. Okay, because there's gonna be so much to talk about, man. Jada Pinkett Smith, man. Hats off to her, man. Bravo. Let's move on, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. Okay, so this scene right here, man, is kind of what I expected, man, is that, a young Catwoman would break into the Wayne Manor, and then she would meet Bruce Wayne, okay? And that's, I'm kind of guessing, this is what's going to inspire Bruce Wayne to, live his life, I guess, on the edge, man, and take revenge and all that good stuff, because obviously those two are going to share some type of story, man, some type of connection that's going to connect them because they're young kids or whatever. That's at least what I'm anticipating right now, but it's kind of cool to see her right there, inside of her little cat burglar type ways, looking like she's about to get this house right here. And then I'll show you the next scene, guys. Here we go. Okay, so this is Selina Kyle inside of Gotham. We get to see her the first time with all her gear on, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. It looks crazy, man. It looks good. I mean, the fishnet, man, down here, man. It's It's definitely modern. It's definitely a modern take, man. But I would say that this kind of puts her back towards like the Michelle Pfeiffer type vibe. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong. I mean, I wish they would have cast someone that looked like Halle Berry. Don't get me wrong like that. Like I say, man, Halle Berry's one of the best Catwoman that ever lived. You might not like that, but it's the truth, man. We got to see so much of her, man. It was a Catwoman movie. Come on, let's be real, B. But anyway, going back to Gotham, man, this is dope, man. I mean, the gear is like a punk rocker, skater vibe, you know, but it also has that cat burglar vibe to it, man. And I'm pretty sure this scene right here is her on the Wayne Manor wall, you know, looking to see what she can steal, man. Kind of like, I guess, staking out the place for a little bit. And yeah, it looks awesome. So here's Penguin actually with his umbrella. Which is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. And he has a really good laugh, man. I'm sold on it. I'm sold on it. He definitely looks like the Penguin, and yeah, we'll have to see obviously with the show. But yeah, I'm definitely liking it, man. It's really funny. And there's another picture, man, of Catwoman, aka Selena Kyle, man. She's kind of standing up over the city, man, and, you know, doing her little cat burglar thing. Hopefully, man, that she's doing some dope stunts, man. Like, she just jumps off that building, you know, and then starts robbing cats. That would be dope. I'm not gonna lie about that. Now, here, I had no clue, man. I mean, first off, man, shout out to Malcolm X for the Malcolm X glasses. I had no clue, man, that the Riddler was inside of this series, man. I mean, obviously, I knew, you know, that some things would happen, but I was sleeping on this one. I was sleeping on this one and the next one when I talk about that one. But that's crazy, man. It kind of looks a little bit like Jim Carrey. Let's be real for a second. It kind of looks like Jim Carrey, man. But that's the Riddler, man. It's nuts, man. That's nuts. And then this one right here, man, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys already know. Put, you know, two and two together. I mean, we're talking about Poison Ivy. I was sleeping on this one too. I had no clue that Poison Ivy was going to be in this series. And like I said, they put this trailer together, man, in front of 24, which I don't watch, but I said I'll have to watch tonight because I'm thinking that Fox is going to do something. This is going to show like new shows and stuff like that. I didn't know they were going to show Gotham. This is dope. This is absolutely dope. I'm loving it. And, I didn't know Poison Ivy was going to be here, man. So we're in for something different inside of Gotham, man. Loving it. Loving it. Okay, man. And then after that, man, that puts us 360 degrees, man. Right back, full circle, man. And everything comes back to the Gotham logo with the, you know, the city of Gotham in the background, man. And guys, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving this show, and I cannot wait to watch it, guys. Let me know what you think in the description box, or excuse me, comment box. Comment, man. Like, subscribe, man. Post a video response, man. I want to hear from you guys on this one, man. Let's make this one fun, guys. Get excited, man. DC Comics is doing something right, man. The one thing I will say, I didn't see a whole lot of DC Comics stuff on here, man. Let's be real about that. Anyway, guys, we're out of here. Thanks again for watching.